3, 2, 1. So this is going to be chapter 5.2. This is a pretty big menu for Chris. Basically what you want to do is you want to go ahead and sell your treasures. And then you need to buy 2 rocket launchers. And you need to buy at least 1 pack of flash rounds for the grenade launcher. I usually just buy 2 just to be safe. And then you want to just put one of those flash round packs into the inventory and then just swap out your flash rounds, and you swap your flash rounds into the grenade launcher itself. Just keep your explosive rounds in the inventory itself. The grenade launcher is pretty much going to be like most of what you're going to have equipped for the chapter. That's right, you don't need to do anything, right? Sheva doesn't need to do anything here.
Oh yeah, I mean, while he's doing that, you take this opportunity, you're going to press TV, sell all your treasures, and buy as many rockets as you can. You should be able to buy 2 rockets, even though my inventory says I could buy 3. That's from the new game. So good. Scroll twice, buy 2 rockets, and put 1 in your inventory, because it's one of those things where you don't necessarily... Actually, you do need it in this chapter. But yep. While he's menuing, you might as well do your menuing as well. So.
Yep. Yeah, Chris does not need a rocket for this one. However, Sheva does. So,
alright.
You can just go ahead right into the chapter.
So we'll go on ahead. We're going to be introducing a new kind of enemy. They'll have guns. And they'll often have armor in different places. They'll have armors on their legs, on their body. Or sometimes they'll have a gas mask, which will make them impervious to stuns. So while on amateur and normal, it's not too bad since we could just run by them. I'm actually going to heal really quickly.
Okay. So the biggest thing here is that for the person using the grenade launcher, usually Chris, you have 2 you have 2 flash rounds that you want to fire into 2 different rooms. And you're going to let Sheva go on ahead and activate the cutscene trigger so that you can run down the stairs a little bit, shoot a flash nade into a room with 3 guys in it, and that'll stun them so you both can run through there. And then there's going to be a second crowd that comes out in the next room, and then you're going to shoot a flash round directly onto them and then make for the co-op door, the dual action door. So we'll just go ahead and demonstrate that.
Yeah. And it's a bit RNG if you get the guys impervious to flash, but like I said, lower difficulties, it shouldn't matter.
Right about here. Boom.
So none of them are wearing masks, lucky. There's going to be a second guy that comes out, and we wait for him, and we'll hold the door for each other and go through.
Then here you just want to run ahead, run through, aim at these guys, boom, and then just right on through. There's a 3rd flash round that you want to do up here. So, okay, we need to pause for a second here. So in this room, you're definitely going to take some damage here. But what you need to be aware of is that if you don't get this flash round off, the likelihood that the Sheva is going to take a lot of damage is very, very high. So don't worry about taking a little bit of damage. We're just going to try and minimize the amount of damage that we take in this room. So you want to kind of body block for her running up the stairs on the left. So once you come into this room, you're going to take the immediate stairs on the left and then shoot a flash round at like almost in front of you in order to stun 3 guys while Sheva does her thing.
And there are also a lot of red barrels in this room as well, so the main reason we flash is because one of the stray bullets might hit one of the red barrels, and that pretty much puts you in red, kills the runner, kills you. So I'll just try to show really quick. You want to blow up one of the far red barrels, but at the same time you want to not get hit by one of the red barrels, so I'll just demonstrate where both of those barrels are. If you want to go, if you want to.
Yep. So about right here is where you want to do it. Oh. So you got really lit up there.
So you want to shoot up that far barrel, and this red barrel right here that we're running by is the barrel that usually we get hit if we didn't flash.
Okay, so you just go on through. Yep.
It's important to be full HP at the start of this chapter too, because
oh yeah,
this part.
Oh yeah. So these liquor lines here, this is pretty free, honestly. For this part here, you can just both follow the same line. It's going to be right until this last liquor here. Then you're just going to take a left. For this next part, you're gonna have to just kind of improvise, or I guess adapt. Right here, this is where you're gonna take the almost the opposite line. So opposite, same, same. There we go. Sometimes they'll go for the claw swipes like you saw on the first liquor. Other times they'll go for a lunge, or they'll go for the tongue attack. So I got the tongue attack twice there, which allowed me to do the opposite line of Sheva and then the same line of Sheva twice. That's not guaranteed. You'll just have to pay attention to what attacks they're doing and then adjust accordingly.
And that just comes from experience. That room looks really tricky at first, but the more you play this game, you're able to realize, oh, Licker's gonna lick, I can go the same line. Licker's gonna swipe, I go the opposite line.
Yep, exactly. So this room here, I guess we call this war room, right? Or do we call this conveyor belts? I don't know.
Conveyor belts, yeah.
Yeah, conveyor belts. So there's two enemies down here. There's one right about here, and then one like right about here. Yeah. So they have lines of sight that activate other enemies in the area, and there's a manipulation you can do here to bypass their lines of sight, so that a cutscene that shows the other enemies coming into the area never plays. So then you can run through this first area pretty free. So the easiest way to do that...
We could show it what happens normally first, I think.
Yeah, so we're going to show what happens normally first, and then we'll show the actual manipulation. So you see these guys pointing, and then this whole thing happens here, and then you have to go through, and you would have to dodge all these enemies and stuff, but fortunately, you don't have to do that.
Which manip are we doing?
We're just going to do the backward walk. Okay, so here you just drop down, turn backwards, and then walk, and then turn around. And you want to use this first area here, like in between. You can use the second red and white line to determine where you can actually turn around at. Definitely feel it out, make sure what seems comfortable for you. As soon as you land, though, you definitely want to turn around and just get past this dude's line of sight. Like you see, like I aimed at him here. That's what activates his aggression too. So you don't want to aim at them either. So we'll just show it one more time.
Let me heal. Yeah. Also, you want to be almost full HP in this part as well. Hold up.
Pretty easy.
Hello.
Make sure, as Chris, you switch to your handgun here as well, because you might need it for the upcoming section. Here, you just kind of want to run along the middle of the conveyor belts, so you have full walk speed, and then you can theoretically just make it before this thing here comes, or this box. But unfortunately, I got caught on an invisible wall there, so no harm, no foul though. If, like Kama was saying, if you're not full health here, you definitely want to heal before this room. This room can get pretty dicey. It's another conveyor belt room where you can see these barrels going into the furnace, and you have to just constantly walk against this in the middle of the conveyor belts again. But there's going to be some guys up top over here that are going to try and impede your progress. One of them can throw a grenade either very early or very late, or just not at all. I think it's not at all is one of the patterns. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of enemies at the end of the conveyor belt. Fortunately, if those enemies at the end of the conveyor belt do get in your way, you can just blow up one of these sets of 4 barrels preemptively to just kind of take them out before you get up there. And these red barrels are spaced far enough apart that most of the time they're not going to cause a chain reaction. Maybe side by side they might, but it's not going to be like all in a line. So
yeah. As a Sheva player, because there's an insta-kill oven right where you jump down, and a stray bullet, if it hits any of those red barrels, you're pretty much dead. As a Sheva player, as soon as you go through these double doors, you want to quick turn left and spray a row of fire barrels so that there are no fire barrels when you jump down, explosive barrels when you jump down. So I'll show it right here. So that way, if a fire barrel blew up right there, we wouldn't be dragged into the oven. There's a grenade right there. We're gonna get hit. It's a bit of RNG. Nothing you could do. Sometimes the
Maybe
grenades...
it's a little bit safe, take this guy out, but... Oh, there we go. And get through this. This is one of those things that definitely requires you to just play the game quite a bit to understand, like, how many little variations there are on that thing, or on that room. It's nothing too crazy. You can just kind of YOLO it most of the time, but the most important parts are to just kind of stick to the line there in the center, shoot the enemies that are near the barrels if you want to play it safe. Take out the enemies up top as well if you kind of feel like you're going to take way too much damage.
Why would they need these, do you think?
So after this dual action lever here, this is going to activate the lever over there, and it's going to also introduce you to a new enemy, the bugs, or the I don't know, we can just call them bugs.
We
but
can chill right here while we explain.
Yeah, so there's going to be one that spawns about right over here, and the first player that walks into it is going to activate a cutscene. The second player is going to push the other player through. So you want to, when the cutscene activates, make sure that you're hitting escape or start or whatever for whatever peripheral you're using. And then you'll just get pushed back through their activation. You won't have to fight them at all. And then we'll demonstrate sort of like the cycle that's coming up on the conveyor belt here, where you can you'll just lose the bug. So you won't ever have to fight it. You'll just have to maybe flash around it once and then go from there.
It's important not to get caught by these bugs because they are an instant kill.
Yep, absolutely an instant kill.
And whenever a bug spawns, you can always push to the left of it wherever it spawns throughout the rest of the game. The right side's a little bit iffy. I don't think both players could do it, but generally the first player going through can always go to the left side of a bug. So.
Yep. So here we go. So hug the left here. And then I think I hugged a little bit too hard. Didn't get pushed there, but all good. So one player here going to activate the switch. Typically whoever just has the grenade launcher just going to wait. Maybe just fire a couple shots at it to delay it. Make sure that you come down by the time that these double boxes come down, and then you just want to run straight forward. As soon as you hit this little gap in the railing here, you just want to wait for the next box to pass by, and then just keep going. I mean, it's pretty free, to be honest.
You might get eaten by that first bug until you utilize that cutscene skip and pushing, but I mean, we've gotten eaten by bugs plenty through the entire game. So.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal.
So this is the room before the boss of this chapter. As a Sheva player, the only thing you really have to do is, out of the 4 boxes here, before you jump down, you're going to want to shoot the second one. This gives explosive rounds, or flame rounds.
Flame rounds. Yeah, the flame rounds here, you can just kind of set them to the side. I usually tend to put mine at some point. They always end up in my 9 slot or my 3 slot, whatever, kind of however the run's going determines that. You'll use these on 6-2 much later, so don't worry about them for right now. But they are important, so keep them around.
Yep. Keep your grenade ready, or your rocket, or your main weapon ready with your rocket quick swap, and we're just gonna quick fire at the boss and kill him.
Boom, done.
And once again, you aim with your primary gun that's not a rocket launcher, hotkey swap to the rocket, and instant fire, and that's quick firing. And that is also chapter 5 too.
Yay.